Hey guys, Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Heavenly Delusions episode review for you guys as we continue on with the craziness that is Heavenly frickin' Delusions. And that's pretty much this episode was oh boy, the revelations, man, are just it's just absolutely shocking, man. You know, I knew something was up with these kids or something like that, but it definitely seems like things are getting off the chains, and only with 2 episodes left to go in this said season of anime, for obviously Heavenly Delusions, which it's crazy enough. It's just making me want more. It's making me want to get a season 2 confirmation. And it's just gonna be interesting to see where this story is gonna go as we end off this season. But gee, just the reveals this episode, the way they freaking do these plot twists. On the Kiriko and Maru side of things, nothing ultimately really happens this week for them. You know, it's kind of the only thing is that's pretty big and important is, you know, before they go to sleep, Maru, he actually took a nap or something. He got up, but he can't go to sleep since they're making it lights out, and he sees like these clouds of smoke in the background, and it looks, and we zoom over, and it's to this facility, and we see the guy that Kiriko has been chasing after this entire time in this said facility. Now I don't know, maybe it's just a facility, you know, that obviously we're seeing these kids stay like in. Obviously this show, that stuff is taking place in the past. I think it's dead now. I think it's confirmed that this stuff is taking place in the past, and I'll get to that in a second. But again, it's kind of this whole thing of like, all right, well, we now know where they're gonna go now, and that's probably how they're gonna end their storyline off in terms of this upcoming season. So that's kind of the thing right then and there, for them. But oh my, like, geez, the freaking, I guess, flashback facility stuff. We know, leaving off from last week, we got introduced to a bunch of new kids and things like that. So there are a bunch of freaking kids now roaming around the area and freaking, you know, playing with the other, I guess, the older ones, the characters we've been following. In the meantime, Tokyo's going through her pregnancy pretty much, and this is the episode where she gives birth to what I believe is obviously Maru, and apparently she has twins too, so it's very interesting. Now, one thing that I found pretty interesting in this week's episode is we do have a conversation between one of the doctors and the old lady we've been following, and pretty much, it was funny how she was kind of like, I guess, getting all pent up and things like that, and she was getting pretty hostile, or in terms of, like, I guess her anger was raising, and the doctor's like, hey, I think you need to calm down, otherwise you're gonna freaking, like, kill yourself. And she ends up almost damn near having a heart attack because she's freaking the hell out, or she's just ranting like crazy, which I found pretty funny. But the one interesting thing from the conversation is, it seems like, one, they're keeping track on the children to see if I guess the older one's probably going to end up coming down with a sickness or a virus, and then it's going to have the same thing's going to happen to the one kid we saw the last few episodes ago. On top of it, it seems like she wants to do this thing where, in a way, kind of make herself damn near immortal, which is like, I guess, transferring her brain and putting it in another person's body, like either one of these kids, or maybe, I'm guessing, one of the 2 babies that Tokyo gave birth to. Which, that's absolutely freaking crazy. And maybe it goes to show you, what if, I'm doing a prediction, because we just did this whole, Kiriko, you know, Kiriko's younger brother, his brain is in his sister's body. What if that guy is actually this old lady somehow? I'm just throwing it out there. And she's just been living, and when her time is up, when obviously the body's time is up, she pretty much has somebody understand how to do the surgical procedure to cut somebody's head open, put their brain in another person's head, and then next thing you know, she still has consciousness of herself. Now I'm calling it. Maybe that's a weird prediction, but it only makes sense. Like, okay, if this old lady somehow was successful with transferring her brain over to another body, well, it makes sense, okay, then it had to be like, oh, maybe they were trying to do it to Kiriko. But for some reason, it didn't work. I don't know. But that's going to be something that's interesting. Maybe she was just doing that for a test subject. See, okay, could this thing work on another person? I don't know. If she managed to go into somebody's body, and she's maybe the guy Kiriko's been trying to find. Now the other shocker of this week's episode was definitely the kid that Hinohime has been following, and we have this girl that's crying, that's playing like this instrument, and she's wearing like sunglasses, like she's freaking Doflamingo or something. Well, it's not exactly the Doflamingo sunglasses, but you get the point. She's wearing the sunglasses in broad daylight in this facility like Doflamingo would from One Piece. And pretty much, what is it? I keep forgetting her name. Hihami, I think that's her name. I probably butchered her name. Again, correct me in the comment section. Like, obviously, you know, this kid's off on her own, and pretty much she just starts crying because she's like, nobody wants to be around me, nobody likes me. And then the thing is, she starts crying, and then Hihami takes her glasses off to try to like use her handkerchief to wipe her tears, but then all of a sudden we see the girl's eyes just light up blue, and then next thing you know, we see our girl Hihami freaking get in this hallucination scene, which I know I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Let me see if I can find the damn name of the said character. I know you're probably. Let's see. Mihimi. So Mihimi gets in this hallucination scene, and when I saw that, I'm like, hold on a quick second. Hallucination scene because direct contact through the eyes? Oh my goodness. So in a way, it seems like it is revealed. If you remember, a few weeks ago, we had that whole hallucination scene with Kiriko getting like damn near decapitated and losing limbs and shit like that. And now we find out that man-eater we saw a few weeks ago is more than likely this kid that did the same thing to Mihimi. Because it was the whole thing of like, oh, you know, the horrors, like their worst fears and things like that. And it's just like blue eyes. When you saw the man-eater from that episode when they did the hallucination scene for Kiriko, the thing, the square opened up blue eyes, and it's like, oh, hold on a quick second. Are these kids, as they grow, do they turn into like these man-eaters? And then it only leads into a scene crazier enough. Eventually, Mihimi overcomes the fear. You get this one thing where she's talking to the one guy character that did it with Tokyo. And you get this very creepy scene where it's like, she's talking about how like pretty much she feels like the fear of death, or like something's watching over her or something like that, trying to kill her. Which is like very damn scary, and just the imagery was just terrifying. You get this thing where they're like, okay, all the kids come to the pool area, we got something to say. And you have this robot pretty much saying like, talking about the outside of the outside, and then calling these kids Hirokos. And I'm just like, that's a man-eater name. Oh, what the hell is going on here? And I'm just continue to be in this crazy loop of things. So what if these kids are just gonna turn into freaking man-eaters? And that's what we're seeing. Like, they hint like, oh, these man-eaters are actually like somehow humans, but just berserk or something like that. It's starting to lead up to the fact that it seems like more than likely these man-eaters are definitely like people, these kids from these facilities, and they just go berserk because I guess the animalistic side just takes over or something like that. I don't know, but it was absolutely crazy with everything that happened. We only have 2 more episodes left to go, and still wondering what the hell is gonna happen next. But anyways, that's pretty much all I gotta say for this week's episode of Heavenly Delusions. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on the episode, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Heavenly Delusions content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or never end this video. Peace.